Having financial freedom is sometimes spoofed as saying, well, duh, it's making sure you bring in as much as you spend. However, that's like saying, well, duh, the way to stay thin or lose weight is to eat as much or less than you burn. It's not that simple at all. Just like with food, you have a natural, emotional, and psychological drive to spend and get new things. Getting new stuff comes from our hunter-gatherer instincts. When your food is in small amounts like berries, nuts, or tubers, you get a tiny reward for finding them emotionally. If your perception of the find is big, you get a big reward. After getting a find in the hunter-gatherer mindset, you either ate it, which gives you good feelings, or you prepared it and put it away for later, which gave you a sense of security. Stores use this on us now to figure out how to use our survival instinct to buy crap we don't really want or need. Your attraction to shiny packaging comes from shiny fruit, which means it's ripe. Starting in the 70s, stores began seriously having psychologists analyze their security footage to see what displays and setups cause more spending and sales. Advertising is one realm psychology majors are welcome. They have figured out how to use your own primal instincts to get you to go into debt, waste money and resources by foregoing maintenance in place of new things, even at the expense of your own health or foregoing maintenance of your health. When you are at the store, you must train yourself to see buying as a bad thing. Create premature buyer's remorse so you won't have to have it later. Ask yourself, do I need this? How often will I use this? Will this enrich my life over the long term? Do I have anywhere to store this? Do I have the time and energy and resources to maintain this? Will this make my life easier? Is this a scam, and am I just wanting this because they are appealing to my base emotions? With food, think, will I eat this before it goes bad? And would the healthy alternative be better? Be skeptical of stores, advertising, and your own mind and emotions, or you will end up with a house full of crap you don't need, or throwing away a lot of things because of improper or no maintenance. This list of questions can be used as well when it comes to decluttering your house. Maintenance is an investment in the future you will probably never positively see because you will never see all the difficult and harsh situations that never came to fruition. But you will find your life moving much smoother, your stress much lower, and you're worried about the future much less. If you can train yourself to enjoy this long-term commitment of the agrarian mindset instead of the short-term hunter-gatherer shopping mindset, then you will be much happier and much more relaxed in your life and worry so much less about your future. Consumerism has us by the throat, and it is in our brains and we don't even know it. Taking off from work when you shouldn't is sometimes just as bad as buying something when you can't afford it. Yes, you may be anti-materialistic, but debt and interest are serious forms of consumerism you are buying as well. Paying bills late is also giving more money away to companies. When you are in an apparent time of plenty, you can never think of it as such, unless you are debt-free, have enough savings, and your maintenance is up to date. You must think of this plentiful time as a calm before the storm. It's very unpleasant and appears depressing, yes, but it is the truth, which is why so many people see good times as good luck and bad times as bad luck that just happen. If you forego some pleasure during the good time, then the bad times won't come nearly as often, and if they do, you will be prepared for them. They will be more of an annoyance than a life-shattering tragedy. These tragedies don't just affect you, they affect the people around you, especially people who love you, because they hate feeling helpless if they are very close to you, and the worry and helplessness they feel for you is overwhelming. I used to do this to people around me, and over time I began realizing that I was tired of making my friends and family worry and come bail me out all the time. If I am giving more stress, then I am creating joy for them, then I am a burden. I can't do that to people I care about and who care about me. One must also balance between workaholism and irresponsibility and unpreparedness. Of course, there are workaholics who are financially irresponsible and unprepared, and that is why they must be workaholics to maintain that lifestyle. Taking a vacation is good, once you have your debt under control and are on a track that you stick with religiously. But until that stability is in place, a vacation is plain irresponsible, and you're setting yourself up for more financial hardships. If you focus on the negative and the sacrifice now, the reward later will be peace of mind and relaxation. It is ingrained into us still to feel like we should get some reward for our hard work. Just like you need a little bit of food to burn fat cells, the best idea is to set aside a little bit of reward money for yourself that you know is just for you. The rest after bills should go towards savings and debt. Since I'm financially stable and have my debt paid off, I have $150 for all my personal expenses and my personal enjoyment. I have bills budgeted out, and with the rest of the money I put half into saving and half into student loans. Until I was 25, I was always in debt to someone or some bank, living from paycheck to paycheck, and any time I hit a major crisis like my car died or need repaired, I had to burden and worry the people around me. At a certain point, I was tired of putting them and myself through that. Now the most I bother people is when I asked my mom to co-sign for a few $1,000 loan last year when my car died out of the blue. It was paid off very quickly. Being financially stable is very important to learn, and it requires changing some of your fundamental thinking. But if you do, you and the ones you love will be much more happy and stress-free.